there's different ways to learn, right? There's the hard way, and then there's the other way.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, or whatever, like our culture tends to lean into the harder way
100%.
because of what the way that we are.
Yeah.
It's just like the Aaron scenario, you know, like we tell the students and the culture is like, we can do this no matter what. Like we're all Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Yes is always an option. And then when you come up against it, it's really hard to find the other side of your brain to be like, nah, we're just gonna get on a loudspeaker and let them know that we're here, and you better come out, or otherwise we're gonna, you know, drop a bomb on your building.
Yeah. Well, we talk about the JBs, right? Jack Bauer, Jason Bourne, James Bond, the JBs, right? We talk about the JBs and the fact that like everybody wants to be a JB, and the need to be a JD sometimes obscures your ability to think logically. Like, why don't we just see if the door's unlocked? Like before we bring the building down, or like, you know what I mean? Is the door unlocked? Is anyone checked?
Well, that's the old axiom when we're doing, you know, technical rescue. When we're trying to access a patient, there's a joke. It's try before you pry.
Yeah.
Did you just try to open the door before you're taking out you have these tools and you want to use these tools and all this stuff that you have, and it turns out the best thing that you could possibly do is just try to open the door.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, you know, and we saw the reverberations that, you know, speaking specifically on the call outs, we saw that change during our career.
Oh yeah.
Like when I first started doing CQC way back in the day, I mean, it was like, you know, we were doing like Rolling Thunder, like we were like Hall Boss, and we were doing all this other weird stuff. I think I can say that stuff because it's so old now, but I mean, we were doing things that it was changing mid flow.
Yeah.
Like as we were going, they were like, okay, hey, you guys can do it the fast way. Like we used to do it, but nobody's really doing that anymore. Everybody's doing this really slow, deliberate clearance. Yeah. Like you're not going into rooms that you don't have to because they might be booby trapped. We're not even
100%.
going into the house if we don't need to.
That's right.
And I'll tell you what, like, you know, I heard the Navy Tier 1 team leader talk about going into, they had the entrenched machine gun at the end of the hallway that killed 2 dudes. But I heard him, he was on, that was his team, and he told that story.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, man. Like,
are you able to say his name?
You don't have to.
Leave it alone.
Not.
Yeah, leave it alone. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what he goes, but it's like, I think his go by is like, I can say that it's like Ozzy. His go by is Oz. But anyway,
all good.